JC family, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to my channel. And I just want to thank y'all for all the love and support that y'all have been showing me on my channel. It is such a blessing. I am excited. I am I am happy. I mean, y'all have really been so good to me, and I am right now at 1,000 and something family members, and y'all, I'm happy. I am really happy that I can say that, I made it. I made it to 1,000 subscribers, and I'm getting ready. I don't know what's wrong with this camera, y'all. If this video is going slow, I'm gonna have to probably delete it. But anyway, I wanted to get on here and, like I said, say thank you for all the love and support that y'all have been showing me. As well, I wanted to kind of um, talk about some people love when I get on here and speak. But I just wanted to come on here and just let y'all know I'm not a counselor. I'm not a licensed counselor. I'm not a licensed psychologist or none of that stuff. Anything I say, I experience. I experience it. Anything, you know, that I feel, that's the way I feel. None of this has to come, y'all don't have to agree with any of it. This is just the way I feel. This is the way that I feel about things. And, when you go through things and you see things, you think differently about a lot of things. And I have been really looking into some things. And, I'm starting to feel that I need to stay away from people, people that every time I go around them, there's bad energy. That's not Christ-like. I shouldn't be around people that keep giving bad energy, and I have to keep having that same energy because I'm not going to let people treat me no any kind of way. I'm not going to let people talk to me no any kind of way. So there's no need for me to keep going around people who feel, a certain way about you or really don't care for you or don't really care to be around you. So my big thing is this. I just need to stay in my lane, stay away from people and do me. I'm grateful for a lot of things that people have helped me with, a lot of things people have done for me. But a lot of times I don't ask people to do things for me. I don't ask people to do certain things for me. A lot of times people do it from the kindness of their heart, and I thank you for that. That's the God in them. And I am very thankful that I can just, really, really have people like that in my life. But I want to talk about messy people versus hateful people. Okay, so going on a topic like this, I first want to put out there, I'm not talking about anyone. I'm not pointing the fingers at anyone because, like I said, when you point the fingers at people, there are other fingers pointed back at you. So I'm not pointing the fingers at anyone because there's 3, 4 fingers pointed back at me. So I'm just speaking on, terms of things that I have seen in my life and how I feel about these things. And basically, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get this video for y'all because this camera probably gonna shake all the way to where I'm going. But anyway, let's try to get the video done. So, what I have learned about messy people love to start mess. Even though, y'all, I'm telling y'all, even though they don't mean to, they do it because they have nothing else better to do. They do it even if they're the most likable people in the world, even if they feel like, you know, um, something ain't right in their life. They want something else to not be right in somebody else's life. Messy people talk about you behind your back. When you enter into a room, messy people are talking about you, they get quiet. Messy people don't have nothing good to say about nobody because they are messy, even though, like I said, they could be the sweetest people in the world, but they messy. They messy. They like to see other people, you know, I ain't gonna say feel hurt because messy people can't hurt people. Messy people are just messy. They spread rumors. They see things that they claim they don't like. They see things that they claim they don't like. They always feel like somebody is doing something to them. They always feel like somebody is talking about them. Y'all, if y'all hear anything in the background, it's the AC. I had to turn it up a little bit. It is hot out here. But they always feel like they are, they always causing trouble. Let me tell you about messy people are always causing trouble. Say, for instance, y'all somewhere, and that person feel like somebody did something to them. Well, instead of that person going to that person and saying something, they start being petty. They start saying little smart stuff. They start being messy. They start talking about you. And even though they think they know what they know about you, they don't know nothing about you. They just know what they see and they know what they hear. These same messy people, they talk about you and they talk about the people who they are now talking about you. So messy people do that. They don't have a way of not being messy because they messy. They messy. They messy. Now, I told myself one time, I say, you know, people who like to keep up mess, those are the people who never have anything positive to say about someone. And if they do, it's with a negative comeback. People who are messy don't never feel like they do any wrong, always feel like they are better, always feel like they have better things going on in life, always feel like they situations are better. Messy people are going to talk about messiness. They're going to come up with every situation. And even if you become close to a messy person is going to use your situation to start up a conversation about you through another person, because that's what messy people do. They be messy all the time. It's like, golly, do you have anything other to do than be messy? And then I'm tell you about messy people, this is what they say: I ain't dealing with nobody. I ain't messing with nobody. I ain't talking to nobody. I ain't doing this. Well, ain't nobody did nothing. You the only one being messy. You the only one being petty. You the only one have this to say, that to say, this to say, that to say. You're the only one. So, people need to stop being messy. If you want to be messy all the time, be messy with your own life. Talk about your own life. Try to fix your own life. See what messiness you can fix off in your life. So now let's leave the messy people alone and let's talk about the hateful people. Hateful people is something else. Now you think dealing with messy people, you're gonna hear a lot of gossip. You're gonna hear a lot of this and a lot of that, but hateful people are gonna dog you out. Hateful people gonna say mean and hateful things about you. Hateful people don't have no type of nothing. They don't want nobody else to help you. They don't want nobody else around you. So they build up other stuff against you to make you look bad. Hateful people do hateful stuff all the time. Hateful people make it known. They make it known doing hateful stuff so that they can say, yeah, I sure did. I did it just so they'll know I did it. That's a hateful person. When a hateful person sit up there and say, I did it just so they can know I did it. I sure did. I said it just so they know I said it. That's a hateful person to do some stuff like that. And when you talk about people and you try to belittle them. You try to say stuff about them, and then you bully people. You bully people that you know you can bully. People that you don't know you can bully. Those are the people you talk about. Those are the people you hateful to. Those are the people you always got so much to say, or you always got this, and you always saying that, or some. It's always an issue. It's always an issue. But when you're hateful, you bully people, and you bully people because you don't have nothing else better to do. You're going to bully whoever you can because you can't bully who you want to bully. So you're going to bully the people who you can bully because bullies know who to bully. And bullies are hateful. They pick on people who they know are weak. They pick on people who they see need help. They pick on people who they see are at their lowest point. They always think they are better, just like messy people. They think they are better. They think they are better than you. They think they live a better life than you. They always putting you down, thinking they got better things than you. Just because their life has been at a peaceful place, or they ain't never went through nothing as they say or as they seem, or they didn't live the uppity life, or they think they live in the uppity life, or they put themselves to live in the uppity life, they put you down 24/7. It's nothing good. You always did something to them. They ain't never did nothing to you. You always did something to them. That's for the messy people too. You always said something, and they you always have said something about them, but they ain't said nothing. Hateful people. You always did something to them, but they ain't did nothing. They ain't did nothing. They ain't said nothing. But they the main ones still talking. They the main ones still being petty. They the main ones still being hateful. They the main ones still being messy. They the main ones trying to make everything known. Like, I ain't doing this. I'm gonna make sure they know this. I'm gonna make sure this. I'm gonna make sure that, yeah, let's do this. Yeah, they sit up and they come up with things like, yeah, let's do this. Yeah, let's do that. That is none other than misery. Miserable people. Misery loves company. How can you be so miserable and do people like that? That is crazy. You do people so bad because you think you are uppity, or you think you live in a certain way, or you think you better than some. I don't know why they do it. I ain't saying that I ain't never been messy. I ain't saying that I ain't never been hateful, but golly, it's a time and place to let that go. It's a time and place to let that go. Grow up. People need to grow up. It's little kids in this world that's being hateful and ornery and mean and messy. But then you turn around and it's still grown folks being it. Now you grown people should be ashamed of yourself. You should have something else better to talk about than being messy and hateful to people. You should have something else better to talk about. It don't make no sense that your mind is always on making somebody else's life miserable, or being messy about somebody else, or saying this about somebody else, or always thinking this person is this and this person is that. Yeah, I knew that person was this. I knew that person was putting on a show. I knew this. What about you? What about you? And you pull yourself away from people. When people pull themselves away from people, that's due to the lack of them being hateful. When you hateful, you don't want people to know you hateful. When you talking about people, you don't want people to know that you're talking about people. So you pull yourself away from people and you don't want to be bothered. You don't want people to know anything about you. It's crazy, y'all. It's crazy. But you know what? At the end of the day, I don't care about what people think about me anymore. I don't care how people feel about me. I don't care anymore because at the end of the day, I'm going to be who I am. I'm going to continue to try to get my life better. I'm going to continue to try. If you have ever helped me in the past, I appreciate it. If you have ever did anything for me in the past, I appreciate it. But one thing grateful people, happy people, forgiving people do, they don't bring up the past. They don't always sit up and bring up what they did for somebody. What I did, what's this, what's that, what I did. I didn't help them never get it. Bring up every time around, every time they bringing up hateful and messy people bringing up what they had did. But you know what? Just live a peaceful, a happy, a grateful, a respectful, a Christ-like life. And the ones who being mean and hateful and ornery and selfish and messy and always bringing up what they done did to for you, how they done did it, and this and that, let them keep on doing it. Just pray for them. Pray for them. That's all you got to do, because you know what? At the end of the day, they're not going to stop because they don't know how. They don't know how. They don't know how. And it's crazy that people don't know how to let go. It don't matter what you done seen in your life, what you done had in your life, what you have been in your life. Let stuff go. Let it go. It's crazy how people just hold on to stuff and don't even have a desire to let it go. And every time a situation happened, I did this. I did that. I remember that time I helped them when they didn't have this. I remember that time I went and did this. But have you ever been helped? Have you ever needed help? Have you ever needed someone to be there for you? Have you ever needed something to be done for you? Have you ever had to struggle? Have you ever needed something in life? But you never worry about what someone else have done for you. All you worry about is what you have done for somebody else. Because that's the part of life that you can be messy and hateful and selfish with. If you grown and you still being hateful, you still being messy, you still being selfish, you need to grow up. You need to grow up. You need to grow up. You need to grow up and re-look at things and understand that life is too short. People hold grudges. People don't want to talk to you. People don't want to look at you when you come around. They snaring up their nose. They don't want to have a conversation with you. And when they do, that conversation is so bland, whatever you want to call it. It's so weak to where if a strong wind was to come through there to break up the whole conversation. People need to stop that. And you know, I tell myself all the time, Donna, you just keep your distance from people and just continue to grow in Christ. You know, continue to grow and be around people that you're not gonna have negative energy, negative spirits, and all that negative stuff growing on you. I don't want that stuff on me. I don't want that stuff growing on me. So I got to let it go. I have to let it go. But I just thank y'all, my LJC families. I'm where I'm at, and I'm ready to roll, and I'm ready to go. And I just thank